Well, locals in a Paris suburb say the drug problem there has spiralled out of control, and they accuse the government of doing nothing about it. Charlotte Dubensky has more.
I'm on the road that skirts around Porte de la Chapelle in the north of Paris, and as you can see, the slum that's emerged here is brimming with rubbish. It's also infested with rats, but more worryingly, this has become a hotspot for crack addicts. And the issue is so severe now that locals have dubbed this Crack Hill. A little further up the road, it's not long before we come across people who appear to be smoking crack in broad daylight. Others are showing as the poor man's drug. Crack is a derivative of cocaine mixed with baking soda or ammonia. It's the most addictive form of the drug.
I've seen people come here, and after 6 months, they look like walking dead. They've lost 15 kilos. It's really hell for everyone.
Al-Shisha Najim has lived here for 12 years. He says that while Porte de la Chapelle has had a history of drug problems, it's now spiralled out of control.
Today, the situation in Porte de la Chapelle is catastrophic. The authorities have let the place turn into a slum full of crack addicts. It has eaten away at the community. On the hill, there are 500 people who are doing crazy things and annoying the locals. They are aggressive, they steal. We have all sorts of things going on here. About 5 years ago, there were around a dozen of them. We knew who they all were. But today it's 500, and the state has completely abandoned everyone.
Stuck in traffic, we see some men demanding money from drivers. They claim it's for food, but locals say the money goes on drugs. And despite a continuous police presence, nothing seems to change. Some officials are now claiming this is the crack capital of France.
The scale of the problem is such that Porte de Chapelle is the biggest selling point and consumer of crack in France.
There are now demands for an emergency plan to be instigated to combat the problem. So far, those cries have not been heeded by the government nor the local authorities. And for now, the people who live in Porte de la Chapelle and its surrounding areas remain in fear as the crack addiction continues to explode. Charlotte Dubensky, RT, Paris.